Urbanisation is really underway on the Chinese mainland. Some 10 million people are said to be moving from the rural area to the urban area in China. That's more than the entire population of Greece, for example. But what are the implications for Hong Kong trade? Joining us is Billy Wong. He's the Senior Economist with HKTDC and writing also in the Hong Kong Trade Quarterly. So Billy, can I start by asking you, what is really propelling urbanisation on this scale?
Well, I think if you look back to the development history of China's urbanization, we can see that it is, can be said as a natural result of economic development. As, industrialization goes on, migrants will move into the city area to look for opportunities. If you look at the current rate of urbanization, it's at 52.6 something last year. But if you look at the household registration definition of urbanization, it's only at about 35%. So the gap between is that the new migrants into the urban areas. That's part of the natural development of urbanization. But then, of course, the government initiatives also influence the development of urbanization. Now, in the future, I think the urbanization policy in China will be more focusing on the medium or smaller size cities. They want to boost those developments of those lower tier level of cities. And we can see, according to their plan, they may be developing more than 20 clusters of cities all over China. So this will form gradually into more than 20 urban hierarchies of different levels. Connected with well-developed transportation networks. That's you may call as a metropolitan circle in that sense.
Billy, you talk about a metropolitan circle, but how does that actually operate?
The urban hierarchy are composed of different levels of cities. In fact, those lower cities, if you go into cities like YRD region, those lower tier level of cities, they are developing fast in terms of the industrial activities, in terms of their commercial activities. They're hugely vibrant. So don't forget about the opportunities in those lower tier level of cities. And this will definitely need to be taken into consideration as we penetrate into the domestic market of China.
Now, I understand that very soon there are going to be more urban Chinese than rural Chinese. What does that mean in selling goods? Does it mean we simply have to look at selling them more designer goods?
Well, in a sense, you may say so. As the urbanization process goes on, or even speeding up in the coming years, we can see the income level will concomitantly increase as well. Part of the result is to, enlarging the middle income class segment in the Chinese economy. And as this middle income level people, continue to grow, and as consumers they mature, they are just not looking for top tier international brands, and they are maybe looking for more personalized niche brands to fit their own style, and that will become their demand will be more sophisticated. Okay, but on the other hand, there are always newcomers joining these new tiers of middle income class. These newcomers, what they are looking for, generally mid-range, better quality of goods and services, and also that will create other opportunities for those mid-range products and services.
Now, you mentioned services trades. Does that mean a multiplicity of, let's say, beauty parlors, of restaurants? And how does that relate to Hong Kong, would you say?
Imagine in an urban lifestyle, we are not just talking about increase in income. Their mode and their pace of life will be different from before. So their pattern of consumption may change as well. Besides consuming more products, they are looking for more services as well. Besides basic necessities, they are looking for something, that can show their status, show their lifestyles as well. So we can see that not just in terms of better quality of products they will demand, but they will demand more other services, as consumer service, as we say, as like, say, for example, entertainment, catering services, tourism, or other cultural activities as well, to keep in pace of their urban lifestyle. Say, for example, according to China's statistics, over the last 10 years, the share of dining out in the urban residents' expenditure on food increased from 14.7% in the year 2000 to more than 21% in the year 2011. So you can see that there will be a big jump.
Well, presumably competition is really going to be red hot in the service industries. Does Hong Kong have an advantage?
I'm quite confident in that also. Yeah. We just, the TDC just completed a survey among what we call the middle income class on the mainland. We're glad to find that 84% of these respondents consider Hong Kong itself is a concentration of international trends and fashions here. And more than 50% of the respondents said that they are being influenced in terms of their lifestyle, in terms of their pastime, in terms of their outfit. They're being influenced by the trends in Hong Kong.